right, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. A double honors to your apostles, elders, salutations to your Akim that's out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity. All right, so the name of this lesson is Nothing's Impossible. Pretty short, straight to the point. I was just pondering on Isaiah 41 and 14. And of course, we always think about the state of our people, and to be honest, there ain't no saving the majority of our people, okay, because they don't have the faith, and the Lord has taken the understanding away from them, which was a gift. Hey, faith is a gift, all right, and if you don't water it, it doesn't grow, and the scriptures talk about, the faith of the as a grain of a mustard seed. Keyword as a grain of a mustard seed. When you go into mustard seeds, they're very small, very. All right, these are grains, but just one grain. All right, you can build off of one grain. All right. So Ephesians 2:8, and it reads, it says, for by grace are ye saved through faith, believing. All right. And so, what I mean by watering ourselves, constantly receiving the truth, constantly hearing it, because the scriptures say, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of our times. And it says, it says the strength of salvation. All right. And the strength of salvation comes in, it comes with how much you believe. All right. Now, if you don't believe at all, you ain't going to, it's basically your belief, of course. It's going to be nothing, if you don't believe at all. But I'll finish it. All right. It says, and that not of yourselves. See, it wasn't given. We didn't create this faith. And that's why we know when people leave this truth and they bug out and those 7 demons attached to them, we know that the Spirit is taking that away from them. All right. And so if we closely pay attention, through the Spirit, just knowing the scriptures, because through this word, that's why we believe through the word when we hear. Okay. But we know through the Spirit that when a person falls out of, just, completely loses the truth, the understanding, we know the Spirit took it away from them. All right. Because we didn't wake up one day and say we was Israelites. We were told, every last one of us, Somebody made the statement, but all jigs say this, I was brainwashed. There ain't no such thing in this truth. If you don't believe, you just don't freaking believe. This is solely based on faith, and a lot of people are ashamed of this, and it's not going to bode well for them, because of there's shame in this, and the scriptures talk about that, those that are ashamed in the Lord, he's going to be ashamed of you in front of his Father. All right, Yahweh. Okay. So I'll read it again. Ephesians 2:8. It says, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of the Most High. So this is a gift. All right. Yep. So not of works, lest any man should boast. Right. But hey, let's go. Matthew 17:20. It says, and Yahweh said unto them, because of your unbelief, verily, and this is when they was trying to cast out the demon, I believe, and they couldn't. this is Yahushua, and they ask Yahushua, you know. Yep, it says, then came the disciples, verse 19, then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, why could not we cast him out? And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief. All right? Because of their unbelief, they weren't able to perform the miracle. And believe me, you, when I say just knowing this truth is a miracle, it is. All right? Because we could have remained in the congregation of the dead. And the scriptures say that. And that's why when you let this thing go, you slowly slip. All right? Then those seducing spirits come. They come, they say what they want you to hear. And all the signs are matching up. Everything seems, perfectly fine until you commit a sin. Until that spirit tricks you to commit a sin, a transgression against the Lord. Therefore, by default, you give up your crown just because you were basically tricked. All right. And believe me, these seducing spirits are very strong. Okay. Very strong, very believable. Okay. That's why the scriptures say constantly, when thou comest to serve the Lord, constantly, I'm going to have to get it slacking. But I'm going to finish this. But, when you come to serve the Lord, you got to endure temptation, basically. All right? And the scriptures say, constantly set thy mind aright, your heart. All right? And constantly endure. Okay? And those that give up, those are the ones that are weak. They don't like to say they're weak, so they'll make every excuse. They'll lie. All right? They'll try to shame you, because that spirit is going from them. And there ain't nothing we can do about it. It's just the Lord doesn't want them. All right? And verse 20, it says, and Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief, verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. All right? And you Akim, there's nothing impossible. And an obstacle might be in your way, and this is to your sisters too, there might be an obstacle in your way, and it might seem impossible. All right? But in actuality, it's nothing more than a test. It's nothing more than an obstacle to bring out that courage, to bring out certain principles. All right? And see, when you do this thing right, that's what happens. You get certain virtue, you act out certain virtue. But when individuals fall from this, they go on doing what the world does, and they feel like they're justified, and that happens all the time, and quite frankly, they weren't worthy to begin with, and that's just how the Lord deals. All right, so right, nothing shall be impossible unto you. Okay, howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. So that's a key point there. You have to pray and you have to fast. Okay, for certain obstacles to be moved out of your way. Okay, so I did have Isaiah 41:14. Okay, because like I was explaining earlier, we're in a situation where things are very dire. Jake is literally on the brink of extinction, and they act like nothing's going to happen. Like this world is just going to continue to be the old wicked ass world as it has become. But the Lord is pretty much fed up with this place, man. All right. Okay, and it's pretty much the point of the whole lesson, man. We can do anything through faith. And of course, praying and fasting. And pretty much the result is we're going to beat the odds. And the odds are heavily against us. You know, Esau, is pretty much, and not just Esau, the so-called white man, but the niggas, man. These niggas, man, they're 2/3, man. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. They are against us, man. They want to destroy us, man. But hey, this is what the Lord say. Okay, Isaiah 41:8. It says, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant. I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. And we've gotten that. The Lord has pretty much drawn us together with his word. All right. And declared to us through the Spirit that we are the chosen. We are his people. Only if we choose to decide to, fear him instead of, what the world fears. And we're going to see how these people uphold when the Lord sends these plagues. That's going to be the main thing. So it's going to definitely be a show to watch, man. Verse 10, it says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. All right, and that means a lot, man. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. Right? They're going to be confused, man. They're going to be frightened and afraid and ashamed. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. All right? That's all our enemies. Thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them, even them that contend with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. All right? And that's from, our greatest enemies to our, to the least. From Esau to these 2/3, man. Which the Lord is going to give us license to hunt them down. Okay? Just for I, the Lord Yahweh, thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. So the Lord is going to be very present. I think it's the scripture that say that in our salvation, man. He's going to be very present. Okay? And that's one of the miracles that we're going to get to see. Right now, our people are saying, where's your power? Where's your God? And they're talking hella crap about the Lord, about Yahweh Shai. All right, fear not, thou worm. All right, which is pretty much the point of this lesson, man, because we are likened unto a worm. We're likened unto a worm because a worm is helpless. All right, the brothers was going over this. I think of like last week. A worm can be scorched by the sun. All right, and it can be vulnerable to all things, man. They can't really protect themselves. So we're likened unto a worm. All right, that's what the Lord referred to us as, and that's the truth. We don't have no power, and Jake's trying to, use their little military might and knowledge to combat Esau's, his system, his establishment, and they're gonna fail, horrendously, man. And the only ticket is faith. Jake think this place is gonna continue and shit, man. But it says, "And ye men of Israel, I will help thee," said the Lord Yahweh, "and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord Yahweh, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel." All right? And that's basically, we're going to go from a worm to a sharp threshing instrument having teeth, man. So imagine that. But once again, nothing's impossible, man. So this ain't far fetched. We're talking about the power of the Lord. And we have yet to see him. And believe me, he wants to show us more than anything. Verse 17, when the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue faileth for thirst, I, the Lord, will hear them. I, the power of Israel, will not forsake them. All right. And that's why when this time of Jacob trouble comes, all right, the Lord is going to have our back more than we know. All right, as long as we keep this word. Lord willing, that was edifying. Just wanted to put that together really quick through the Spirit, and shalom till next time.